What's going on, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. Today, I have an exciting unboxing to do for you guys. Something that I have contemplated picking up many times, and I just now decided to go ahead and pull the trigger with this guy. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll use the brand new Cube Veloce, and I have become a huge fan of this knife very quickly. S90V flamed titanium, and this thing is a wonderful knife. So we'll go ahead and get started. Do me a favor, guys. Look down below the video, and if you see the subscribe button, that means you are not subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. If you like EDC content, knife content, all that sort of thing, then you are in the right spot. Hit the subscribe button down below the video. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. All the things sounds good to me. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy as far as I know. But we'll leave that up to you guys. So, it's just a little guy. So, I have wanted to snag one of these guys for quite some time. I love cold steel knives. I have a handful of them at this point. And this is something I've contemplated getting a bunch of times, and just now finally decided to pull the trigger on. It's kind of a, well, we'll get into it here. It's kind of a mixture between a pocket knife and a razor blade in a sense. It's like a heavy duty razor blade in a sense. And that's kind of what, it doesn't have obviously the changing of the extra blades, but what you are getting, look at that. That's even better than in the photos. This is nice. I was going to get the black, and then I was like, I have so many black and satin or black and stonewash knives that I'm kind of sick of them. I have so many, and now I have quite a bit of color too, but ooh, yes. So from everything I know, this has the triad lock, which means, guys, if you are not familiar, the triad lock, if it's not the strongest lock on the market, it is one of the strongest locks on the market. And that's even more buttery than I thought. You got a whole finger choil right there. Oh my goodness. See, I always stayed away from it because I was like, it's kind of small, and I don't know if it's, I just don't know about it, right? And I think that this could possibly be, see, I got this for one particular reason. I was thinking of making it my unboxing knife for the channel. Until I get something sent in by a viewer or something of that nature, and I don't know if or when that will happen. So I figured, why not designate a knife that is awesome and use that for the unboxing knife, right? And if that stays the case, which this bad boy is coming in AUS 8, which Cold Steel does their AUS 8 and their AUS 10 very well. And they also do their S35 VN spectacularly. I have 4 Cold Steels in S35, and are they ever performers? Wow, you can reverse flick this guy. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Should I pick another one of these up? One for the unboxing knife and then one to carry with once in a while. So if you're not familiar, it says right there on the blade, this is the Cold Steel Tuff Lite, and they make a smaller version than this, I believe. I believe this is the full size version of this knife. The small one I think would be a little too small. This is actually with that full size finger choil. I can actually get a full purchase on this guy. You have a nasty razor Warncliffe blade, satin finish. It's a machine satin in OS 8, like I said, and OS 8, and it always goes back to, guys, some people might dismiss OS 8, OS 10, but the simple fact is, if you heat treat the steel properly, it is gonna perform very well. That's what it boils down to. You could take 440C and heat treat it very, very well, and it will perform as good as some of these mid-tier steels that have a subpar heat treat. And some of the mid-tier steels, if they get a proper HRC testing, then they can perform like some of them upper tier steels. So it's all based around the heat treat of the steel. So the OS 8 is going to perform very well from Cold Steel. I have been a huge fan of Cold Steel's heat treats, even after the new ownership took place. We had a small visit from my son trying to lend a helping hand. Thank you, buddy. But I have never had any fear when it came to Cold Steel's heat treat. They do a phenomenal job, and their knives have been tested thoroughly by a lot of people. So there is no reason to question the heat treat of the steel, in this case especially. But their S35 is done spectacularly. The OS 10, I know, is heat treated very well, and so has the OS 8. You do have FRN handles here, and these ones in particular are the blue. They come in black, they come in FDE, they come in a multitude of colors, browns. But this one is the one that there might even be a red, but this is the one that caught my eye the most between this one and the black one. And another thing that made me a huge fan of this knife is it has the triad lock. Like I said, I believe it to be the strongest lock in the folding knife game. It's reminiscent of a back lock, but it has two more points of contact. So you are talking about something that is literally locked up like a bank vault. Uh, I would trust, if I had to choose a knife that, needed to perform and do something that was insanely beyond a folding knife's capability, I would choose something with the triad lock. Uh, but it looks like it's going to be a tip down. So or no, it'll be tipped down only, and it is right or left, but it's going to be tipped down. Which in this case, guys, I think these come in around 20 bucks or something like that. So, I mean, you're getting this for a folding utility knife in a sense. This is going to be a work knife. So, the ability to kind of pull this out of your pocket like so, and then open it up is going to do, that's the whole idea and nature behind this. Be able to pull it out and then open it up kind of all in one swift motion. Uh, and I would have to say the grip that you're going to hold this knife in, the ergonomics are phenomenal. I think even if you had medium-sized hands, large, extra large hands, you're going to be just fine with this knife. Now, if you have like 2X hands, then you might start running into, eh, I don't know. Maybe not even then. You would hang off maybe a little bit on the back end, but I have plenty of room here in the choked up position. You're never going to be cutting anything like this, in the choked back position. You're going to always be right here. It is ultra, ultra comfortable. That full finger choil really reminds me of like a Best Tech Shodan, where you have a phenomenal finger choil there with the guard. You're going to be able to get great purchase on this, great control. You can even, do the old over the top. I don't know the names of all these grips, and I don't really care. Index cut type of a deal, which is my bread and butter in a sense, because you can do almost anything and everything from the index cut, getting behind stuff, draw cuts, poking and piercing type tasks. You can do a lot that way. Now, if you really need to, then you got to bear down on it in a standard grip. But I had my skepticism about this knife, and that has totally went away. This thing is going to be an awesome performer. I don't know that it will see much beyond my desk, because I think that it's going to stay my unboxing knife. And if I choose to do so, I might get another one for carry purposes, work purposes, that type of thing. We'll have to see. But this has really surprised me, especially at its price point. I guess, don't really bet against Cold Steel. Even their more budget-ended knives are gonna perform well. They got good locking mechanisms, typically good steels with good heat treats. It's hard to go wrong with a Cold Steel. Are they the most fidgety knives in the world? No. But they're not, they're not meant to be either. But can you thumb flick this one out, reverse flick it out? You sure can. And you can even drop it down. So that's for a little 1.8 inch or whatever this is. We'll do a full overview of this guy coming up, but that's pretty good. And I believe this is on washers with the tri-head lock. So for it to be this smooth already right out of the box, I'm digging this little thing, and I am very happy with the money spent on it. That'll do it, guys. If you're still here, thank you. I love you. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know what you think of that little guy. Otherwise, I will catch you on